4. Oh, that's a gimme. I am baffled. I'm stumped. I'm confused. I've never done that before. Do-over. What am I doing? I have no clue.
We've definitely all duffed a chip, sculled a chip across a green. How do we not do that? How do we save more shots? We've gotten here in 2 on a par 5. We've got an eagle chip, and one of the worst things that can happen to you before you go in and have that drink is for you to scull the chip across the green, duff the chip coming back, make a 7 on the hole, and you should have made birdie and you walk off with a double bogey. Let's get rid of that. The chip shot, we would putt this if we could. I'm from North Carolina down in Pinehurst, and we putt everything we possibly can. But today, we've got the grass is a little bit wet. If we putted it, we're not sure exactly what the wetness of the grass is going to do to the speed of the golf ball, so we need to hit it over that unknown area. How are we going to do that? We're going to select a pitching wedge for a short to medium range chip shot, or a 7-iron for a longer chip shot. You could use 8 or 9 if you wanted to, depending on the distance. To hit the shot effectively, we're going to take a very narrow stance, feet almost touching, slightly open. Butt of the club always points to the zipper, and this is played in the back to off the back foot. This makes sure your hands stay ahead of the ball. None of this. That's not right. That activates the wrist. See this all too much. Butt of the club points to the zipper, narrow stance, ball off the back foot, and then it's a putting stroke. We pop the ball up over the unknown area. We got it onto the green. We got it in a 5-foot circle. Now we have a chance to make a 5-footer for birdie. But what if the ball's a little bit farther back? Now we've got more unknown area to get out of. We have to have a steeper angle of approach because we're hitting out of the rough. Now we have to hit more of a pitch shot. For that, we're going to change clubs to a sand wedge, 56 degrees. We have a little more loft. We're still going to take a narrow stance, but we're going to play that ball in the center of the stance as opposed to in the back. And we're going to get the wrists involved here. So there's a little L. And then a low finish. Ball's going to pop up in the air. The pitch shot is going to fly in the air a little bit farther than it rolls. The chip shot's going to be in the air a short amount of time and roll farther. So with the pitch, we're looking for a little more loft, a little more spin on the ball. Once it lands, it's not going to roll very far. So again, we have our sand wedge, choke down a little bit for control, narrow stance, ball in the middle, activate the wrists a little bit earlier. Nice high loft, 10 feet of roll. That one also within 5 feet. We have another chance to make that one. So the difference between a chip and a pitch, chip shot, very low, more roll. Pitch shot, higher in the air, less roll. Do it that way, you'll hit more greens, closer, have more opportunities to make birdie putts.